When TPS expires, the clock runs out, and staying in the US without another status can have serious consequences. So, in this episode, we break down what happens the day your TPS ends. Also, the risk of overstaying and the possible legal paths that could buy you more time or help you stay permanently. What happens, if someone stays in the US after their TPS expires? Do they have to immediately deport, or like how things happen?
Basically, on the day that it ends, you're no longer in a status here. And I don't want to imagine what could possibly happen, but your information has already been provided to USCIS. If they really wanted to, they could maybe send individuals to immigration court if they're still in the country after a certain date. That's why you would want to potentially either leave or apply for something else before that expiration date. If that means asylum, for example, that could take almost a month to prepare potentially, or if you need to file for an I-130 or the green card application. So bottom line, the day that it expires, if you still stay here and you don't have anything else pending with USCIS or immigration court, then you're accruing unlawful presence. And if you were to be detained or interact with law enforcement that would put you in immigration court, for example, you may or may not be eligible for a bond. You might have to stay detained during that time. Or if you're sent to immigration court, you may or may not have something that you're eligible for, which is why when we have consults, we evaluate all different scenarios. What are you affirmatively? What could we apply for you now potentially? And what could we apply for you if you happen to be detained in immigration court? And so those are the things to consider.
All right. And there's another question, Ruby, that I have for you, that if TPS ends, then will there be any immediate options to stay in the US legally? I mean, what should our viewers look for it?
Those are what we covered in today's presentation, the family-based, the employment-based, humanitarian, and what potential options in immigration court. So those are things to consider, and really depends on, those are to stay here in the country. And just having time to prepare is really essential.
Absolutely. And I'll just say that, friends, there are options, there are hopes, and you just have to make sure that you are knowing each and every point. And if you are looking for any other answer, then you can go back and look into the presentation where Ruby has explained everything in a very simple way. And I'm sure you are going to understand each and everything. So with that, I think, Ruby, you are doing a great job. And let me go ahead with another question that I have for you. And that is it possible that can someone switch with TPS to an F1 student visa or work visa like H1B or any family-based green card? Is that possible?
So it is possible, and it really comes down to a lot of different factors about legal entry, if there was any unlawful presence, if there was any working illegally. And so those are the things to consider, and I'd have to walk through the details with the individual to be able to explain what their specific fact pattern. But that's why I do mention it as it is a possibility, and in some cases it might be an awesome opportunity for an individual, and that could buy them more time here in the country to maybe move to some other potential status. So that is definitely a great something to explore.
All right. That's wonderfully explained. And I think with that, Ruby, we have covered a lot in this session, and as usual, you have brought up. All right, Ruby. So thank you so much. I think, the session has been great, and I'm sure our viewers have loved your pointers as you have presented it in a very great way, simple way, and, in a very detailed way. So I'll just say thank you so much, Ruby, for your presence. And it is as special, as you come in Immigration Talk Show. And that's all, have a wonderful day and have a great day ahead. And thank you so much for being here.
Thanks so much, Sam, and the rest of the team. It's an honor to be here, and really grateful to help provide this information to the community. Have a great day.
Same here. All right, friends. So that's all for today's webinar. And this was the main topic of today's session, that we have talked about TPS is ending in 2025. We have uncovered a lot about legal options and some strategies in 2025. So hope you liked watching this session. In case if you're having any doubt or any concern regarding the topic, please put them on the comment section, and we will definitely take those questions on our next session. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Do follow us, not just here on YouTube, but also on LinkedIn, Facebook, X, and also on Instagram as well. Meanwhile, it's me, your host, Sam, signing off for now. Goodbye, everyone, and take care.